for a full verdict. So again, we're just following it here on Live Now from Fox. Some people, maybe reporters, walking out of the courtroom right now as they are the ones delivering all of this information. We do know that there are no cameras inside of the courtroom, so just simply sketches and information, verbatim words and different quotes that we're getting from all of the testimony of these incidents that took place, these alleged incidents on the ground. And of course, I do want to put up just some of these, again, just these charges that we saw, as I want to read them out to you again here in full, talking about the counts against the music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The count one, that racketeering RICO conspiracy, that's the top count. And then sex trafficking, 2 cases of that, 2 and 4. One for victim number 1, Cassie Ventura, the ex-girlfriend, and also Jane, the ex-girlfriend referred to as Jane, accused of coercing her into freak-off parties through similar methods. And also, you can see there.
I know, Irishman. Hey, how you doing?
Just several
You
things that
know,
I want to continue to reiterate that because
I
it's an
think
interesting
they're
component
trying to get them to
component
reach a
component
verdict,
because you heard from Nima Ramani that
or
if
just a
they
tiny bit
cannot
to
come
see,
to a
but
verdict on count
you know,
4 and
yeah, it's
acquit
a
Sean Diddy Combs on
was
count
waiting.
number
They got
1,
partial
it would be
verdicts
a
so far, but on the
significantly
main
lesser
one for the
term
racketeering, which would send them
jail time
off for
potential
who knows how
for
long.
counts 2 through 4,
Um,
even if all of those come
you
back
know,
as guilty. So we're
but
following this here on Live
hey
Now from Fox.
Marie,
Let's
hey
just run through
girl,
some of the
you keeping
audio
up
to
with
hear what's going on right
the
now
verdict?
on the ground as we're watching and waiting potentially family members for Diddy
I'm
or other
trying to
members of
see.
media to go to it. Actually,
What
let's
they're
start
trying
right
to
now
do
with
right now
audio
is get them
of
to
reporters on the ground outside of the courthouse
let's see.
giving another report. Let's listen into this.
Oh, hold on.
Liberating, not happy at all that they did not, that they reached this partial verdict and not on the other charge. He said you need to continue deliberating. He said tomorrow morning when the jury returns, instead of going into the courtroom and having the kind of procedural things that they usually do at the start of the day before they're sent to the jury deliberations room, he said you go straight to the jury deliberations room. Now, if this is the first that you're hearing of this and you're joining us right now here on Fox 5 and on Fox 5 digital affiliates, the most important thing to understand is about almost an hour ago at this point, the jury sent a note to the court that they had reached a verdict on 4 of the 5 charges that Diddy is facing in this case. The notes were passed, discussions
So
were
what they're
held.
trying to
The
do
defense and the prosecution both
is
saying that they wanted the jury to continue deliberating.
hey LMP, how
Now,
you
the
doing?
charge that they were unpersuadable about, that was a term that was used and divided on, was that most
What
important
they're
number
nervous
1
about
charge,
is if
the
they don't reach
RICO,
a
the
verdict by the
racketeering
time
charge,
they
that if Combs was found
because of the
guilty,
holiday
that would
coming
send
up.
him away for possibly decades, if not life. So they'll be back again tomorrow morning.
Oh, they'll be back
To
tomorrow.
continue the deliberations. Tomorrow is only day 3 of these deliberations. Now we
Wow.
have some experts with us
So
right
they
now here
couldn't
to try to break this all down.
so
Joining
the
me.
issue that they were having was they couldn't reach a verdict, well, for count one, which is the racketeering, which would be definitely the one that would put them away for um, years. And I'm thinking they can't. I'm in bed, not feeling too well. I've seen bits. Oh, gotcha. Hope you feel better.
The judge telling them go back and
Oh,
go home, come back,
take it easy.
everybody go straight to
Um,
go straight to that
tumble that. Oh, yes, man, that's the flame. You know,
of what is happening here.
and I honestly have never heard of a partial verdict, but now it all makes. I can't believe they are actually hung on count one. I'm a little bit like, oh, I just don't want to have a hung jury. You see, on one of the other things too, I read that. Let me see. It was, you know how news goes out, and it was said this other source has said they had a verdict on 4 of the 5 counts, but now I don't know. It's hard because everything is just, you know. So I guess tomorrow is when they're going to get hopefully more of a verdict. But how's everybody doing, by the way? I'm gonna put that mute for just a little bit. Um, Riverette, they just said they're gonna come back and deliberate another day. So as soon as I click live is when they said that. So they cannot agree on count one, which is the racketeering, which we all know would put him away. But yep, they want what's happening is they're trying to get them to make a decision because with July 4th, and they don't want to have the pressure of the jury to just say something so they can be home with their family. So they're trying to encourage like, hey, take your time, but at the same time, don't just say whatever because we get it. But I believe her. Yes, I have been following along. Yes, Marie, just take it easy. Thank you. Um, yes, so they just announced that tomorrow they're going to come back. So they're getting there. Just I don't understand. Well, you know what I will say. That when they were doing the court, we're at two. I got something funny in a minute. But when they were doing the court, they were did you notice like I feel like there wasn't much about the racketeering. It was more of, the stuff that was, obviously going on there, but um I guess we'll see what happens. Let's see. Hold on, let me see if I miss anything.
Court that there is no verdict and that they are still hung. I imagine that there'll be a formal Allen charge at some point tomorrow.
And Faye, this jury, they're very
Oh my
diverse
gosh.
backgrounds, very diverse,
Listen.
a lot of diversity, different types of backgrounds, different educational levels. Does that present an element of complexity when they're trying to deliberate and come to agreement?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is what I was saying weeks ago, right? Like, it doesn't even matter who the individual person is, but it also matters about group dynamics. So this jury is very diverse, and we're seeing that in deliberations. We already saw a note about one juror that they were concerned couldn't follow the instructions. They're now, clearly hung up on these charges. There's clearly a group, or at least one person in there that is vehemently against the other side. So the group dynamics really are making this a very interesting deliberation.
Yes.
And then, Seth, in terms of just the tensions and the pressures on the attorneys, like at this point, if you're put your prosecutor hat on,
Just like
you're
reading the
prosecutors,
comments,
what
like,
are you worried about?
oh my
The
goodness.
prosecutors are worried that they have a hung jury on count one.
Yeah.
It was obviously always an aggressive charge that a lot of us in the legal community thought was a little too far.
A bridge too far.
Correct. And they're worried that the jury has indicated that they have jurors on each side who have dug their heels in.
It is a little nerve-wracking to know about them not deciding on count one, but obviously things can change tomorrow. But between this and the Kohberger, my goodness, it has been just
You're concerned about
an
that. Well, you
interesting
also know
week,
that
and
you've
it's
got
only
a verdict on
Tuesday.
4 of the counts. They obviously don't know what the
Um,
verdict is yet, but I think the prosecutors feel pretty comfortable about the 4 other counts. But they
okay.
don't feel comfortable about
You
the
know,
one
if he
verdict.
does get the 4 count, I
And then, Faye,
wonder
what about
how
the fact that
how
they reached an agreement on these 4 counts so quickly?
how many
Is there any
years he would be
prevailing
put away
wisdom
if he
or
got that.
conventional wisdom in the jury and consultant
Hmm.
community that says if it's that fast, it may indicate one thing or the
Let's see, get Diddy, then the rest fall. Oh, exactly. I totally agree with you. I I think that too. But did you notice that a lot of people did move out of the country? Look how many famous musicians gone when trying to speak out. Yes. It's so interesting you say that because I heard about what's his name? Prince. That he had a lot of information and that he could put him away. And then it always seems that way, right? Like people seem to disappear and go off. And I'm thinking, this is why a lot of people, because these celebrities have these power, to obviously take care of people, which is horrible to say because then, nobody wants to speak up. Or if people do speak up, then it's like, you know, uh, a lot of people will side with the celebrity because they're like, oh, well, they're just out to get money and all that stuff. And
other.
so it's
I'm
kind of
sure
a
both
hard
sides kind of have their view. It's
thing.
kind of difficult to guess what the jury's thinking. Like I said, the only insight we really have are the juror notes that they're bringing to the court. So I don't want to make an educated guess,
Right.
but I feel like a lot of us have a thought about which way it's going to go.
Which way it's going to go. Seth, what about that? If you're the defense
Well,
attorney,
then
then you're
say
hearing that
it.
there's this quickly, there's a
Where's
verdict on
Oprah,
4 of the
Ellen
5.
at?
This
Yep,
quickly, what are you
exactly.
thinking?
I mean, I think it's really hard. As
And
a
they would
defense
make jokes about the pizza parties. If y'all ever seen them, yeah, Prince. They read out or played an audio or something like that about Prince. Yeah, that he knew a lot of information about what's going on. But and I was talking about this with my husband. Was like, there was so many people at that party. I'm not saying that everybody who attended the party, you know, um, participated in it, but I'm just saying, even the people who did participate in what was going on, also needs to be. But I mean, can you imagine the amount of things, Oh yeah, Michael Jackson, Whitney. Well, and also remember with Whitney Houston when she passed that note to Brandy. I always like, what happened? Like, what did that note say? Like, to me, all this sounds so like, because okay, even her daughter died the same. So, like, is it because people were going to start talking? It's very hard because that's what I'm saying. Like, if you start talking, it's just crazy. Tupac, yes, there you go. Yeah, Tupac. And I'm gonna go into the whole, um, like Aaliyah. I was going down the rabbit hole yesterday, you guys, with the stuff, and you knew something too. Oh, really? Shelly? Oh, really? That's what I'm saying. Like people, you know, there's another person I can't think in my head right. Oh, do y'all remember also what's his name? Oh my gosh, I can he worked alongside Ellen, and his death always seemed very suspicious as well. I can't think of his name right now, but suppose he had like shot himself, and I'm thinking no, and then his wife like really did seem worried. I cannot think of the guy's name, but it's always like people who are surrounded by all this I don't know, when like I said, I was going down the rabbit hole yesterday on TikTok, and then I was going back on YouTube back and forth, and I was just like, this whole thing is just, why is Corey Gamble? I know, I thought about that too. Yes, and you can see a certain amount of people that are kind of always there. You know what I mean? Internet has opened up what tried to hide. Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. Um, I mean, I just hope, yeah, that more just comes out of it. Like I even said this, like Twitch. There you go. Yes, his death. And it touched me because we were the same age, and every time somebody like passes away that was born like in the same year and all that, I'm just like, whoa, like that person is gone. Like they were born the same year and all this. So, and then when I was looking into it, the death was very, to me, very mysterious. Like it doesn't seem to add up at all. And the wife never really seemed really concerned when he went to missing, and I don't know, just too much stuff. Yeah, but Twitch, yeah, he just looked like a ball of fun. He it was alongside Ellen, but you guys, I used to like Ellen back in the day, but now that I've like really done a lot of research and stuff, I'm just like, whoa, like something don't seem right, especially when they talk about the pizza parties. And then she was like, "Oh, I know about your parties and this and that." And he was like, "Well, why don't you come to, one of my parties and stuff?" He's like, "Oh, well, it's just starts late, but I know about them." And I'm thinking, and then where is she at? Like, you know, go on. Let me see if there's any more update. Hold on.
Expected, but I don't know if anybody saw this coming. The jury going to go home for the day. They reached a partial verdict. What are your thoughts?
No, yeah, same thing, Andy. I mean, obviously we've seen they've not been shy about sending notes to the judge, and it starts to get later in the day. It was about 4:05 p.m. Eastern time when this note was sent to the judge. Only this time it wasn't necessarily about an issue they were having with any of the.
Yeah, I said that they couldn't reach a Oh, why suspect? Oh, me too. Like when I was looking at all the dancing videos that they did, and she almost seemed like nothing. Like I was just like, whoa, like something just doesn't seem right with that one. Like and I hate to even think like that, but it's just something just seems not right. Like, you ever have just like this. And I love Twitch from the dance. Yes. And I agree. I agree with it. I don't think so. I think that his death was very suspicious. Like very suspicious. Yeah, Eleanor. Yes. Like, I'm serious. Like, I did even that other girl that was that she once dated, and I can't even think of her name, but the one that popped up when they were trying to put her in the ambulance, and then like that was it. Like, I don't know, it just seems too odd. Like, all this, I don't know. When I look at it, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, it's like conspiracy theories and Illuminati's and all that," but I mean, all of this. I mean, I think there's just so much more that needs to be revealed. Something hitting you. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, I think that when you got that sense, and then it's not only just us, like there's a lot of people that, and I feel like when there's a lot that, like, there's something there that just doesn't seem right at all. Yeah, Anna Hitch, I think is what her name is. Yeah. But yeah, the way that she popped up, and then I was reading, and someone's like, "Well, I'm a nurse, and that's what happens when, uh, from a burn victim, they'll pop up." And I was like, "I've never even heard of that, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not a nurse neither, so I guess I can't speak on it." Let me see if there's anything right now.
The other jurors, but to tell the judge, hey, we have reached.
The counts, you've been behind bars for quite a long time. How is
Oh, and then
how is Hollywood, how is the music industry viewing this? Are they really
also
tuned in
Diddy's son
to see what happens?
was charged
I
recently.
think everybody is, Andy. Just like,
I
even
mean,
when we heard that there was a verdict that had come down, you just feel
the apple doesn't fall far from the tree when they say
no
that, for
cameras in the
real.
courthouse. This has been a case that people have
That
really
one,
been in tune with and followed. So I think that you've got a lot of people that are following very closely.
oh yeah,
They're
Justin
just
Bieber, the stuff
interested,
that
but
they
also
did.
because Diddy is, after 3-4 decades, in the spotlight.
Yeah, the son recently also got a year with you. Her setup was the same as Epstein. Yes, yeah. I was watching a video where, like, this guy had tried to get into the island, and I'm thinking, man, what's in there? Like, it just looks so. I don't know. I just like being open to all this because I don't want to be like hold my, because obviously we don't live in a good place. But yes, Aaron Carter. Oh yeah, oh my goodness, you're right. Um Justin Bieber, yes, because rest in peace. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so scary to speak up. There's also I see their faces. I can't, like, a picture of a hoodie, same pic of Jay-Z. With me. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, I was going down the rabbit hole with Beyonce, because okay, so she's in Houston and is doing a concert, and then people were like, "My gosh, like, I would never go to the concert." They said they went one time and it was just so demonic. Like, it made them feel very uncomfortable, but they only went because their daughter at the time wanted to go, not knowing, obviously what the concert was going to be, but they said, "Oh my goodness, like, it was very demonic." Like, there's this one part where she is seems almost possessed, and even Jay-Z kind of backs up, like, whoa, 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 like, what the heck's going on? And she's just dancing, but it's just very odd. Yeah, Beyonce. Yeah. Oh yeah, Isaac. And I went down that because I had watched Vanderpump Rules, and he was in one of the music videos with Tom Sandoval. I know this is going to go in with the reality TV, but and he was in the music video, and then yes, he was going, "Hey, Donkey, how are you doing?" Um, but yeah, these are all the charges. How's everybody doing today, by the way? I have a few things I want to talk about. Oh my gosh, River Rat. I was just like laughing because, I was just ending my day from work, and I was like, let's see what's going on. And I heard River got in trouble being in chats. I was like, so I go on TikTok and I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on? And I was like, yeah. And I picked up my phone and yeah, well, River Rat, blah, blah, blah. OMGB. Yes. And now the show is gone. But I mean, I don't really blame it because I don't know. I mean, I think it was time, but now they're all just migrating to that other show that I can't even think of, that I honestly can't even watch. I can't even think of the show, but Kirsten is in it, and then the one with what's that crazy guy that he's such a crazy ass. Hold on,
We might see more
I
people
want to talk
walk
about something.
out of this courthouse
Let's
differently
see if
than
there's
others
anything before,
inside
but
of that.
let me see.
They have unanimous decisions on 4 of the counts.
Oh,
Would lead me to believe that they are towards a conviction, because to get 4
oh, look.
non-guilties would be tough. Unanimous non-guilties would be tough under these facts.
Oh, so they do
Yeah,
got 4 so
a
far.
good way to put it. And we spoke to Nima Romani saying
So I'm guessing it's the racketeering one that
actually
count.
could be a split verdict as they read this verdict out. I do want to ask you, because the judge, the prosecution, the defense all seemed in consensus for them.
Oh, okay. So they do have
Not
4 of the
enough
5.
time
So
for
I'm
the jury
assuming
to really
count 1
say
is the racketeering, which is the one that they can't seem to decide.
they're through with it. It's a last resort to say that
But I
they
do wonder
cannot
if, with the 4 counts, let's just say if he doesn't get with the racketeering, how many years would he serve, just with that
may
alone?
not have a unanimous one way or the other on that first charge. Do you agree with them?
I do. It's only been a couple of days, and you want to try to reach a consensus on all the counts, because if any part of the counts is hung,
Yeah.
that means you may be susceptible to a retrial, and
Oh,
neither the prosecution nor defense wants to retry this case.
nope.
So they do want some closure on it, no matter what. That's why it's so important to try to get a decision on this last count. Either yay or nay, so
People in the
that the
chat are so
trial's
crazy there.
subject to the appeals, of course.
And I want to ask you, and I just want to reiterate it, because count number 1 is the most important, the most crucial
Wow.
case count for this entire case.
Yep.
If he is found not guilty versus guilty, can you talk about the contrast in the sentencing?
Yeah, that's what I was just asking.
What time would he spend behind bars if he is found guilty on the first count versus if he was found not guilty?
So under racketeering, it could be life in prison. And so that's a very serious count.
Yeah.
The sex trafficking counts, I think, are a minimum of 15 years.
Oh,
So,
wow.
they're up
And
there
how
as
old
well,
is he?
but not quite life unless you kind of stack them. The transportation to engage in prostitution counts, they're a maximum of 10 years. So him being a first-time
wonder if it'll
offender,
be
that could be
concurrent.
a 2 or 3 year sentence, depending on what it is. So, it certainly it could add a significant more amount of jail time, prison time,
Yeah.
if the racketeering claim is found to be a conviction.
All right, very good. And I
Wow.
also asked this of Nima Romani, but if they go back in the deliberation room like they will tomorrow morning,
Yeah,
can they
I agree with this.
talk about, can they deliberate some of those other
Yeah. So how old is he, you guys? Y'all know? What, 20? 20. Oh my lord. Yeah, right. Yeah, it is crazy. You know what I've always thought of? Like, this person had the life, they could travel, they can do whatever they wanted, like they just had money, live in a mansion and people serve them all day. And then you're just like, and for what? Like, like you just threw all that away. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, how can you do that for so many years and think, like, I don't know. I mean, thank God for Cassie, because that really is what opened up the door. Fly him out to. I've always said that. Like, put a whole lot of them in there over there. Lock the door. He will be fixed. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, if he gets anything like 20, 25 years, it's a goner right there. I mean, that's just the rest of his life, pretty much. And if he got out, it won't even be the same. You know what I mean? Wow. What a waste of life, and also
counts, or is that
we're
off
telling.
the table?
Well, from what people
No,
tell me.
up until the time the jury verdicts are read and entered into the record, they can be changed. They can be modified. And although that usually does not happen, it could. And so nothing is set in stone. The decisions on these other 4 counts have not been given to the judge, read into the record, and are susceptible to being amended or changed.
I really do hope that he gets the racketeering. I just don't want him to get off of like everything. He paid his flight out. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, with everything going on, like I get nervous to see like which way it's gonna go. But take that bad boy for life. That's so true. um, so yeah, that is true. Rules America. I'm with you on that. Yeah. Oh, okay, we're right. Oh, wow. So what happens when that is so true? Yeah, that is so true. I mean, they think they're invincible, but think about how many people that have gotten away with it, and so they think, well, look at all these people, and they're not used to being, told no. They're given everything they want. They live such a lavish lifestyle. So to them, but I mean, I'm just glad that this is, also awakening for a lot of people. But even to have the son be part of something like that too. I mean, so Kohberger's tomorrow. That's gonna be. I know, none. I'm just like, I was reading some of the family. Sorry, my daughter is redoing her room. I tell you, she is never happy how her room is. Like she redesigns it like every month. Oh my gosh! But what was I gonna? Oh yeah. So I was reading and I was listening to Live Nation. Hold on 1 second. And I was listening, and the father, let me see, was very upset of oh wait, News Nation. Why would I say Live Nation? That's a music. Hold on. And he was saying that they were hoping that the judge wouldn't accept it, but I don't really know how that's gonna work. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, there's that. I mean, there's just so much going on this week, and I'm thinking, my goodness, it's only Tuesday. Like, it's crazy why Cobra won't have to tell his victims. Oh, and that's like another thing that bothers me about the Kohberger deal. It's like, you're not going to be able to know any of the details unless he ever talks, and that's if he even does. Okay. Yeah, there was what is it? Yes, Steve. Sorry, yes, and it ended up taking over. And no paid streams. Yeah, that's so true. Well, I mean, hold on, let me see. Um, Hold on. Ah, not what I meant to do. I agree, and I think that once they did they took down the house, for me, that just told me how fast they wanted it
to
to
this
get out.
alternate perpetrators theory. That was the most devastating blow, the most recent devastating blow.
The judge just threw that out
He
last
just
week.
Exactly, because they had identified, the defense had identified 4 individuals. Thankfully, the judge redacted their names and said this would create such chaos for these jurors because they had already complied with an investigation behind the
That's interesting you say that. Yeah, he thinks just playing with the families and stringing them along. Yeah. So, my husband said that yesterday, and I'm thinking, wow, that's him still wanting control, right? And what I found interesting is that he took the lives of 4 people, but he gets to decide, like, y'all ever find that interesting? The people that go out there and murder people, and then they're like, no, 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 but I want to live. And I'm thinking, well, don't you think that those people wanted to live too? But you want to stay alive, Like,
scenes with law enforcement. They took the DNA swabs of each of them. They were cleared. No DNA evidence whatsoever was found in the crime scene.
Why on earth did Brian Kohberger think he could come into court and have his attorneys implicate 4 men whose DNA wasn't found at the crime scene and who had alibis and were clear?
and I also would like to have known like what the state had on him. Like, I mean, I don't know. There's just so many questions. I guess we'll find out tomorrow, which will be very interesting. Oh yeah, you saw the interview. Yeah, you can tell how heartbroken he was. He, they really wanted the firing school, and they were all about it. And actually, a couple of more of the parents did too. But uh, yeah, I just don't like it. Like, it just gives me that feeling of still trying to control. Like it's just gross. I just don't even feel like that should even be an option. Yeah, it never made sense to me why the judge said they couldn't. Yes, you never know. See, exactly, and it's not the same. They said that they had like a model and all this stuff, and I'm like, it's not the same. Like walking through it, it's not. As a juror, you're gonna, you want to see the place, okay, and but no, they just knocked it down. And to me, I was like, okay, that for sure doesn't add up to me. Um, Oh, that we know of, yeah. Very yes. And that's another thing too. Like, I just, you know, was this his plan the whole time? Because, obviously he kept pushing it and, all these motions and stuff. And then, going on forever, just dragging along. Like, that's evil, so sick and evil.
I don't understand why he even thought that was possible.
That's the million-dollar question. We're dealing with the mind that thinks he is better and above
Yes.
all else. If we ever find out
He's the smartest, he's got it
the
all.
reasons behind these killings, and we suspect it's like some sort of fantasy in his mind, having been a
Ugh.
criminal law student, that somehow he would to actually perpetrate the perfect crime and get away with it, then he thinks he's smarter than his lawyers. But if
Yeah.
the lawyers were really looking at this, and they were fighting for his life, I mean, they were trying everything conceivable, including postponing the trial. They were thinking they were going to continue
Yes.
to develop
Over
the,
and
the
over.
defense. But at this point, there was no defense. They couldn't even bring an alibi because in Idaho law,
Oh yeah, the alibi, he was, stargazing. That was the
requires
best they came up with.
the alibi to be substantiated by a witness, a testimony that comes in and says, I saw Kohberger
Yep, the delivery lady.
driving around and actually pinpoint, give the times that actually support the alibi. Without that supporting witness, you cannot even bring an alibi into the entire mix.
Jennifer, you say this is actually a big win for Brian Kohberger. Why?
Ugh.
It's a huge win because the evidence was so strong against him. And sadly, I think it's an empty feeling for those families.
Yeah,
it really is,
I agree with that.
Elizabeth, because they're looking at it saying, look at the powerful evidence. This is what we call in the FBI a whale in the bucket. That's how easy this case would have been to try from the standpoint of evidence. And now he gets to spend the rest of his life in prison instead of possibly getting the death penalty.
Yeah, and he got to decide that. That's so aggravating.
And Brian, you've got, do we know if these families who are, we know from one of the families that they are absolutely devastated and shocked at the plea deal, the Gonzalez family, will any of them be in court on Wednesday when this is formalized legally?
I suspect that they will be there. I suspect most of the families will be there because this is such a pivotal moment. I'll tell you, there's one family member who I was just talking to before I came on your show who was very emotional and said she feels like all of the power has been given back to Brian Kohberger.
Exactly, that's what I said earlier.
She says they were told at the last minute that they were going to...
That he gets to decide, and the four beautiful people who he did this to didn't, he just stole the life from them.
Present this plea deal to him, and then he got the power, and he got to make the decision of whether he was going to take it or whether he wanted to go to trial. And I think that is what is bothering some of the family members so much. They tried to work through all
it would bother
this
anybody
and sort of like get their power back. And now they feel like in the end he had all the power, which does make sense when you think about their perspective on that.
No, it makes complete sense. Mercedes, we were talking before the break about the possibility or the impossibility now with this plea deal that these families will ever get the answers as to why. Why did you do this? Why did you break into this home and slaughter these four amazing, bright, young adults with their entire lives ahead of them? Why? Well, they might not ever get the answer to that, the allocution that we were discussing.
And he'll probably not even answer because that's another way to control this. The whole thing is
force somebody to do that.
Exactly, it doesn't. I mean, what the allocution is generally is you've accepted this plea, you understand that you're going to be in prison for life.
It's not an explanation.
No
as to
explanation.
what happened,
No,
That's
it's
not
part of the
right.
plea. So part of the plea is just understanding what he has actually pled guilty to, understanding that he will spend the rest of his days in prison, and understanding that he has no right to appeal.
Look at that, 28. He's 28. He's 30 now, but 20. I mean, look, so young, beautiful people.
That's
and
what a general allocution
he
is.
stole that all away from him.
Unless there's some sort of agreement between both the
say to the
prosecution
prosecutors, we want you to force him to explain this in court. Can they
Well,
do
that would be
I'm
nice.
sure they've already asked him that, because now that they know that the die is cast and that they have no ability to change what's already happened, that the plea's been accepted, that we're going to go into this victim impact statement. By the way, it's going to be gut-wrenching, because you're going to hear from these parents whose children were slaughtered, and they're going to continue to live the nightmare, not knowing
So now they'll
why their
never
children
know,
were slaughtered.
probably.
All they know is that this man's life is spared and their children are dead.
Thank you for watching.
That's horrible. Cousin is, hold on a second. Let me come back to chat over here. Yes, God bless my. Oh, have a good night, Iris Twin. Thank you for being here. And it's so true to know how he made that decision for them. And that's, I mean, between that, which we'll know more tomorrow, it'd be great if he could give a reason, because, from the family request, I'm sure they would love to know. Not that, any answer is going to make it okay or anything like that. It's just, you always want to know the why behind it. But it's so crazy. And I also, another thing that I've been following too is, do you guys follow Gypsy Rose and the whole saga that's going on with this billboard? People are saying that it's fake and that she's doing it for the show, and then the people that are raising the money are scamming people from it all. I mean, it's just like a whole mess of going on. People going live at 2, 3 in the morning to talk about it, because I guess they were calling out some people, with working with Christy Blanchard and Gypsy, with Gypsy, she's already, a person who you can't trust, obviously, lies like crazy. But I was listening to this TikTok, Brie, which is like a big Gypsy supporter, and she was just like huge about people need to leave Gypsy alone, and she's being bullied, and that that people would be happy if she unalived herself. And I'm thinking, that is not true. That's not what I've constantly have heard is, that people want her to take accountability for what she's done, and she wants to live her life as if nothing, and be partying and all this stuff, but then wants to act like nothing ever happened. Hey, Becky the caller, how are you doing? Good. How are you doing? I'm just talking about a few things, different topics, just hanging out, chilling. And then plus, of course, I've been also listening to some of the YouTube drama going on, and I, I have a break the rain, so I need to go. Oh, yes, go. I've been hearing that the weather's been pretty bad in a lot of spots. Ours actually has been pretty decent. I've been doing a lot of stuff outside. I have to keep myself active. If not, then my goodness. They are going to go back tomorrow to, they got 4 out of 5, which the first one, of course, is the racketeering. And I think that's the one that they can't decide. So, Murray, have a good night, and I hope you feel better. Message me, girl. Hey, Rebellious Rose, how you doing? Rat, oh my gosh, I was laughing. Yeah, it really. Oh, what is a disgusting circus? Which one? There's so much going on. Yeah, I was listening to Robbie and I can't think of her name. Molly Golightly. She was on panel, and then Rivera got yelled at. Hey, Broken Justice, how are you doing? And I about like fell over. I had to laugh. I was just like, I was like, she got the finger. Oh my gosh, I was just like, I love this. I mean, I just like, oh my gosh. So I was getting stuff for game night, you guys, and I have been going through some old, um, you know, videos, and I was laughing so hard on one of them I came across. Like, it was freaking hilarious. So it was kind of like in the beginning of like when NC was on TikTok, and she was doing her battles, and she got one of the most funny. She would always get like these most hilarious, like, because you get random people, and she was like, okay, and she got this one guy, and I'll probably pull it up here in a bit, but it was freaking hilarious. Like, I was laughing so hard about it. Yeah, I think that we carry the longest time. Oh, which one? Oh, what she get yelled at? Because River Rat was going in between YouTube and TikTok and going over there telling Robbie Shat how stuff, and so NC. But what was so funny about that was I haven't listened to any of these people. I can switch on there and last about 3 seconds. I have no clue. Yeah, I get. Well, it's honestly so hard to keep up with a lot. I kind of just jump around a little bit, but I heard about Kudrow flipping out because Amanda. Yes, so she. Oh yeah, that was another thing. She got mad at Amanda because she was like, I helped her, and I get that. When you help somebody, you feel like, damn, like. But also, you shouldn't be like putting that, like, how some people, you help them and then it's like you owe them the rest of your life, kind of thing. And so apparently she had helped Amanda with like medication and getting an outfit, I guess, for a funeral or something like that. And I guess she found out that she was in Robbie's chat, and so that's like another thing to flip off of. Of course, a rape text that Nancy was crying about. Yeah, being, oh, okay, that's what you had. So I gave a heads up. Then she started calling me out, but I wasn't on TikTok only. Oh, okay. Yeah, because she was like, apparently Rat's over here watching and something, something, something. I don't even remember. But I was just like, oh, when I heard it, I was like, oh, I guess you're getting the shout out. I was just like, I just think it's funny. Like, I just laugh at this point. Like, she need to flatter herself. I don't watch her on TikTok. Yeah, I don't know what she was. I was actually doing something in my backyard, kind of cleaning it up, and I just heard that and I just like laughed. But I just like, it's always something like that. And then she was like, I am just, I know, Margie. I know, Kiki. What am I ever going to learn? I know. And I was just like, oh, here we go. Tonight's going to be, oh, we know how it's going to be tonight, and, get ready for the boo-hoo. Everybody send me all your money. I need to go to the casino, yada, yada, yada. And so, but River Rat has time on her hands and multitasking. Could her let it be? Oh yeah, Lord forbid anybody. She's self-information, right? Hey, are you woke? How's it going? One of our other haters was watching in text. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what she doesn't understand. Like, she thinks. What was funny? When I heard it, I was like scrolling, and I was like, oh. And it's always so funny, like when you really click, and it's like River Rat, and I was like, oh my gosh. Well, it's just funny how she gets so worked up, and you can tell she's looking right at the laptop, like just staring, like she just has to know. And she's like, I'm getting screenshots. Girl, no, you're not. Just admit it. You're watching the chat. You can see her eyes just literally reading the damn chat. I was just like, wow. Like, you can't enjoy being with your boy toy that you have to, like, know what everybody is saying. That is so, that will always be weird to me. Like, just, oh my gosh, what are they saying over here? And oh my gosh, I got to do this and I got to do that. I'm not the only hater. I know. Well, it was like when she was blaming me for like everything, me and Are You Woke. I mean, we're getting blamed for everything. And I'm thinking, you do realize that you go after like a lot of people. Like, we are not the only one. And then I heard her channel got like terminated, or I guess last night. I don't know if she was doing a live and it got not terminated, like she can't go live for like 10 days or something like that. I don't even know why. I didn't even watch. But I heard that, and then I guess she started her another channel. Shocking. But oh, I just woke up. We'll finish my yeah, I mean, I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, like it's always like a mess on here. It's just, it really is. Like, it's just so entertaining to me, honestly. It's just I feel like I'm just laughing like all the time. And she was just so bothered by, Amanda being in there and River Rat going back, and her boy toys trying to make her laugh. But you know what I found interesting, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, so I can't really listen to when he's on panel on YouTube, which I haven't listened to like a couple of the lives, but the ones that I have, like, he says some of the most disturbing things. Like, it'll be like, he says like basically, I'll kill them, and he uses these words, and I'm thinking, that's not normal to talk. Like, nobody talks like that. And she just laughs about it. And I'm thinking, that's not right. Like, don't let him speak that way. I don't know. Like the Marie can. I know. We get blamed for so much. Oh, I know. For a while, I mean, my gosh, she was on a roll. And like, I don't even report any of her channels. And then, somebody will tell me like her channel has been, terminated, or, she can't go live or something like that. And I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't even know like that even happened. Like, I'm asleep. Like, I love my sleep. Like, I have to have my sleep or I won't feel good. And so I'm not going to be up. And my thing is, if it's up, I'll watch it. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. But I thought it was just like so funny. I need a shot of some. Oh yeah, let me play you guys something. It was so freaking funny. Okay, so what I was talking about was in the early days, she would randomly, hold on, let me pull it up. She had like the strangest people come up, and I don't even know what the actual hell was going on with this one, but look.
We used to scoop those guys out. A guy told me one time how to cook those things. You can eat them.
I'm speechless. Well, yeah, are you woke? I mean, that's the thing too. It's like the older I get, like I'm like, like I have to sleep, and Lord forbid I sleep wrong, my back will hurt, head hurt, everything. Like, I'm like, no, I love my sleep. But I noticed that most of the drama and stuff that goes on, my goodness, it's like at night. Like, you wake up and there's been so many people that fought all night, and I just can't keep up with all that. So I'm just like, I'll just catch up with it when I wake up. I mean, I can't. But I know there's different time zones, but geez, my Jesus, good Jesus, if she starts wearing right, man, something ain't right. I just can't, like, I don't know, I don't get it.
Yeah, with a little butter.
Watch. This guy is talking about who knows what. He is just all over the place. But this is funny. Like, I was just like, this I could watch if, she had people, but she doesn't have she usually plays the same people and the same damn music. I'm like, I can't do that. You must have been real hungry.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
I used to be vegan.
I ain't never been vegan. I like meat too much.
Well, that I believe.
Yeah.
But and you talking about catching flat fish?
Yeah, I thought fish like the flat ones, yeah.
The only flat fish that I'm aware of that I've ever caught is a flounder, and you gig them.
I know, I don't get what he was talking about here. Like I'm telling you, on TikTok, you get like the most strangest people from all around the world. Like seriously, you really do.
You don't catch them.
Flat fish.
Sharon. Yeah.
Do you know what a gig is?
No, ma'am.
Are you lying?
Actually, I'm vegan. I'm like one of those kids who just who like looks it up on Google. And
Did you just hear him? Well, actually, I'm vegan. I'm one of those kids look up on Google.
I just recently became friends with this a lovely lady who hunts. So she has like taxidermy stuff. She even had things in her fridge that she's like found in the back, and she preserves them. And there's a process in which you have to like to get them stuffed. So she was teaching me about that stuff, about like hunting and stuff. I wasn't really too into that stuff because I was vegan. So I was, oh shit, I lose. Now I'm crying low.
You used to be vegan.
I used to, but then like I moved up with my mom to take care of her because she was a little sick. So then like she wouldn't cater to my vegan shit. So then I would just eat anything in the house. So I kind of messed it up.
Then she would call him. Oh, I know, right? My goodness. Like she was really trying with that. And I'm like, nah, I'm far from that. Why is there a camera up over her head? Oh my gosh, it was one Rat. I was watching. So I was going through the old clips, because hey, Trisha, how you doing? I was going through the old clips, because I'm trying to get them for game night. And there was one, oh my gosh, she could not get the camera. And it was so close to her face. Like, she even was like, damn. I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, I guess she had got like a little holder thing and it wouldn't hold correctly. So it kept kind of like sliding and then it would just be like real close to her. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, I just was like laughing. Because honestly, I don't remember a lot of this stuff, but I was just trying to, of course, find some clips to all hide that. I know, right? I didn't even think about that. Honestly, I didn't even notice her. And this was back like last year, sometime in last year. I don't want to say just a blanket hello. Exactly. Yeah, let's not do that. I know, right? She had to roll her eyes on her. I was open to see, right, to see the screen. You're crazy. Hey, Dubs. How are you doing, Dubs? Oh, you guys are the one that makes me laugh. It's just like, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice her forehead when I was watching this.
So now, since you've met this person, did you go hunting?
I know. Ouch.
So
it's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. It's peanut butter jelly. 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 So what's that mean? That means you're kosher?
No, Shug, I'm not Jewish.
Dag. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly.
We just need one rose, y'all.
For what? You already transformed into your ultimate form. There's no beating this right now.
There's no beating.
Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Thank you very much, Phil.
You know her. She's just trying to do a battle. And she was Like, what in the actual hell am I doing for $1 on here? Right now, yeah, it doesn't know. Oh my gosh, you're right. It doesn't look at the it looks to the side. Just look how amused she is with this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Peanut butter jelly. So yeah, she showed me how to kill a bear with just one arrow. You have to wait till it like moves.
He's like all over the place. It's like his stories. She just seems like really. Oh my gosh. So this was like back like when was this? It was like sometime last year. No, Oak, you ain't going to sleep. I'm going back. No. Let's see. Yeah, this was back like last year. If I pull it up, it's gonna be forever. But look how look. Hold on. Okay, hold
on. So yeah, she showed me how to kill a bear with just one arrow. You have to wait till it like moves forward. I'm serious. You have to wait till it like takes its first step forward and catch it like right in the rib.
A koala bear.
Like around here we have
40 seconds. We got double points.
Huh?
40 seconds, double points.
he's like, huh? I thought we were having a conversation. You know, Natasha's there for her $1. Come on. Look how confused he is. I was just like, my gosh. You know, Natasha, she's like, I know, punking her, right? She's so enthusiastic. Only about her money. And the way he looks like, huh? He just wants to do story time.
Y'all show him what.
Yeah, show me a what for.
Winning is.
Yeah.
So what are you? So you're just gonna sit there crouched down with an arrow until a bear comes at you and is close enough for you to stab it in the ribs.
No, you're supposed to be able to be so well versed with an arrow that you're supposed to be able to shoot it from a couple yards away. You're supposed to be hiding and stuff. You're supposed to be like hiding in a tree.
You were supposed to be hiding in a tree?
If you're hunting, yeah, you have the whole suit on. They dress like leaves, and then they run around. And then when they see things, they want to.
Daisy's like fucking Rambo. Daisy's like Rambo or something. Like what? I couldn't yeah. God, he's battling. Yeah, he's like enjoying her company, and she's just like, nope, here to make a buck. He's gonna spread that joke. I know.
Eat, they kill him.
So you're gonna wear a ghillie suit to climb a tree to try to shoot a bear.
He's like, I would.
From 6 feet away. You do know that bears climb trees.
Only to get honey.
No, Shug.
The bear's only going up there for just honey. I don't know what's up with this guy, but the fact that he goes out thinking he's Rambo. I don't even know how he's lived this long. He's like, no, hold on. Hold
on. Only to get honey.
No, Shug.
Yes.
No.
I'm sorry to tell you, but
I'm sorry.
Yeah, with a little butter.
Like what?
Him what?
Okay, hold on.
Down with an arrow until a bear comes at you and is close enough for you to stab it in the ribs.
No, you're supposed to be able to be so well versed with an arrow that you're supposed to be able to shoot it from a couple yards away. You're supposed to be hiding and stuff. You're supposed to be like hiding in a tree.
You were supposed to be hiding in a tree?
If you're hunting, yeah, you have the whole suit on. They dress like
All I see is that scene from like Rambo, like when he's coming up and he's all dressed in the like green shit. Oh, I'm telling you, this is crazy. Yes, like he's putting the things all together. I love when she gets troll me too.
they dress like leaves, and then they run.
She'll do anything for $1. That's the thing, you know. So I'm just like, oh my god, you know her. She's like, whatever, man. I'm here. I just here, you know, gotta make my dollar. Oh my gosh. Hey Veronica, how are you doing? I love his visuals. Yes, it's all over the place.
Run around, and then when they see things they want to eat, they kill them.
So you're gonna wear a ghillie suit?
Oh yeah, when he's coming out of the water, you're right. Yes, that's what he sees himself.
I'm a tree to try to shoot a bear from 6 feet away. You do know that bears climb trees?
Only to get honey.
No, Shug.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, I'm sorry to tell you, but so yeah, she what freaked me out the most was she had a taxidermy baby bear, which are illegal to poach because you can tell they're babies because their fur are like so like really fine in that, like they're so like, it's so weird. Like when I saw it, she was like, it happened. She said she found it, which it can happen because I've seen them all the time. But
well, I'm quite certain it probably was a stuffed animal.
Yeah, probably was a stuffed animal. You're right about that one. So did you know that the same I'm allergic to bees. This is the only way how I know that. But the same
you're allergic to bees. That's how you know that bears climb trees to get honey.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah. I'm just like, this guy's like, I don't know what he's on.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm 34 years old.
I'm 48. I'm also allergic to bees, and I've never seen a bear climb a tree to get honey, and that's the only reason he climbs it.
Nah, bear. I've seen a bear do crazy shit. I saw a bear once learn how to open a garbage lid.
Like, okay, it's like I don't even know how this guy even survived day one and anything. Like, this is crazy. Oh, guy help us all. Yeah, it's broken. This guy's my favorite. Yeah, I was like, I was going to a lot. Like I said, I was going for game night, and I was looking, and I came across this one, and I was like, what the? I was like, why can't she just continue to get these people who troll her?
I saw a bear snort cocaine one time on a movie.
He doesn't even seem like, what is going on in that head right there of his? Like, I really want to know. Like, he just seems, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time I saw a bear, and I didn't want to interact with it. So what I did was, because I normally do exercise in the morning, so I was at the park, and then like this little it's like an animal refuge, like an animal reserve. It's like a little hiking trail off the Appalachian Trail there, and I saw a bear, and like I try to like make myself appear bigger, so like a totem pole. So I put my hands up, and then
like a totem pole.
I scared it away.
I don't even know what in the actual. It's like everywhere. I don't even know. Like, he was just doing. Yeah, it's like I don't even know. I don't get it. Bears open. Yeah. some honey over there with Natasha.
If you follow my TikTok, you can see the stuff I do. I like go into nature, and then I would like headbutt a piece of like a whole.
There goes the guy, brother. Nature. Hold up. Let me see if this guy's still on here. Wait, what is it called? Brother. Hold on, brother. What is it called? Brother. Nature. Nature. Okay, let's see. Let's see if he's still. Wait, that's not the same guy. TikTok. Oh, wait, I think he does still have one. Wait, is this him? Let's see. See, it says spread awareness about friends you meet, words you speak, and shoes you feet. I'm so lost. I'm going to have to follow this guy. Hold up. This guy is talking about gumbo. Hold on. Let me follow him on TikTok. I don't even know. Oh, man, I tell you. Yes. All the doors. Then, well, I can tell you there's nothing going on out there in this, right? Like, I'm just like, what? I don't get it. This guy shouldn't be out in nature. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, how long did he like? I don't think he should. He was eaten by a bear. I know. Is this what battling is? So this was a battle one from like last year because I was looking for some clips for game night, and I stumbled upon this and I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to share this with you guys. Okay, I will. But yes, this is battling right in the pretty much in the beginning when she was doing it.
Like a whole like decaying like trunk. I'll just like lift it up off the ground, and I'll punch right through that thing.
With your head?
Yeah, I would just like for like
that could explain some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the matches. I followed you.
No worries, ma'am. Thank you for the.
Have a good evening.
You too, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Nice. They don't even know.
I don't even have words.
Somebody said I would say pork kidneys in this thing.
I'm gonna do one more. If I get him again.
That would have been funny if she ends up getting somebody else. But I was like, I let it, like I cut it off there. But no, she got like somebody who was normal. She looks rough. Yeah, so this was, gosh, I want to say it was like, excuse me. Gosh, I don't know. Early in of last year. Let me see. Let's see. This was before, she figured out all her filters on there. And of course, that's all she uses. But let's see. Excuse me. But I've been gathering some pretty good clips I'm trying to make them like a little bit hard. Let me see. You know what's crazy? Even looking back at this, like she looks so different in so many of the videos. Excuse me. Let's see. Excuse me. I don't even remember. What was she wearing in this one? Hold on.
We used to scoop those guys out.
Okay. A blue shirt. Okay. Hold on. It's crazy how... Oh, so this was back June 11, 2024. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay, sorry. What did they do during the battles? I mean, I don't understand the concept. Yeah, pretty much just sit there and throw your money while she snacks, or other people will be pretty entertaining. I wouldn't say everybody. A lot of it's like, not, I don't know. Honestly, I don't find any of it entertaining, to be honest with you. Oh, do a side. Oh, that's interesting, right? Wait, where's all the list? She looks the same. Hold on. That's actually okay. If y'all give me just a second. I didn't even think about that. Let me see. Let me just pull one up of let's see. Let me see. Honestly, like some of them. Think I moved. Well, so this was recent. Well, this was when she was at her grandma's house at the time. But for some odd reason, I cannot find. I was trying to organize my stuff, but I cannot find. Excuse me. I was like organizing my stuff, and so I think I may have moved like a recent one of hers. Y'all remember this? Well, no, because if I put that one, hold on. I can show you guys this one. Hold on. This one, she looks. Here we go. Like yesterday or today, and then yeah, I was trying to do that. Oh, you never seen that one? Yeah, that well, they have a partial verdict. They got 4 out of 5 so far, but I guess they don't want to release everything till the judge. I think the judge wants to decide to do it all together. So they got some of the verdicts. It's just they're waiting on for the rest. Hold on. Can I show this one? Oh no, I didn't crop that one in. Hold on a second. I mean, there's just so many different ones. Okay, hold on. There's this lovely one. Hey, Xmachina, how are you doing? There's that one. She's more than able to use any of these if she likes to use them for, for her, what's it called? Oh my gosh. As her avatar. Oh. Keep feeling like I had something in my throat. Just looking at this. Yeah, the only verdict that they don't have is the one for count 1. So we're just waiting on that. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see. Hold on. I stumble. Just a beautiful face. Come on, you guys. Be nice. Be nice. I know, right? Like a portfolio. That's crazy because even back in the day when she was let's see. I mean, I will say she's lost some weight, especially around like the COVID time that she talks about. She has lost some weight, because look, okay, so this was around, I think, COVID time. So she looks very different. So we have to give her credit, you guys. She did lose some weight. Or which that's really unrecognizable, But yeah. That's some of the pictures I have, you guys. Yep. Beauty skin deep. I'm sure Sweet Cheeks is taking her. Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll work out for them. But like that video from a year ago and today, she's just, yeah. Her live, so we know what she looks like. Oh, I know. That is true. I mean, my issue with her is the lying. Oh my gosh, like the lying and the scamming. You know what I mean? But that's true, yeah. Yeah, a little bit welcome, yeah. She says she's lost. No, she said she lost 100 pounds now. That's what she said. Unless she went back and can't keep up with the lie. Man, my I was being petite. I'm just trying to be nice. I know. I mean, face-wise, she has lost some weight. I'll say that. And that's like probably the most I'll go. Yeah, the lies, the scamming that goes with the lies. The way she treats people, it's gross. It's a lot of things, I guess, to be honest. 100 pounds from Oh, I know. That's what she says. I mean, I know. Trying to be nice here, you guys. Come on. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Yeah, you see, so the jury has reached a verdict on 4 charges. So I guess it's just the racketeering that we're waiting on. Oh my gosh. Over here on the freeway, there was this car. I mean, this car. My goodness, this person on a bike on a freeway, and they got hit. It was happened like in the evening. They got hit and died. And I'm thinking, what were you doing on the freeway with the bike there? I don't know. It just seems like sad that somebody lost their life. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So, anything interesting going on in this world of YouTube? Anything I missed? Let's see here. I've been hearing about all the real life stuff going on. Not something that obviously I like or anything like that. Oh, that looks good too. Let me see. The hot mess. Yep. Oh wow. I was just looking. I was reading about the verdict thing, but I guess we'll know more about tomorrow about what's going on with that, you know. Oh, and then yeah, with the Kohberger, that's gonna be crazy. I've been sleeping, so not real sure. But a lot of screaming has been going on. Yes, throughout a lot of the community with friendships and stuff. But you know, I try to like kind of stay out of that for sure because that can get pretty messy, and it's not for me. I don't want to be all you know, be so worthy for all of us, all of them just to shut up. You know, I think about that too because obviously, like, not one side or the other is without fault. But I like, and I've said this before, like, the more that people get, you know, more real life, it just gets nasty, and nothing, you know, honestly, can come good about any of it. I mean, it's just all gross for me. You know, I don't know. It just like it gives me the icky feeling about it when I hear and I see things. And I mean, just think about it. Like, even for tonight, you already know that Natasha's going to attack, you know, Amanda, and probably, I hope, not tell all the business and what's going on with her. But you never know with her, you know, because when she's hurt, she's hurt. And, you know, we don't need to know about people's business. And this is why I always constantly say, please don't say nothing, because this is what happens, you know. But people I know need help, or, you know, whatever it may be, and it just sucks. Someone is truly going to get hurt. You know, I think about that too, like, and sadly, that's only when somebody's really going to get it and be like, whoa. And then what's going to happen? Well, you see, you know, because if they didn't do that, this wouldn't have happened. I'm thinking, really? Like, you know, I don't even think, but I have an appointment for Beaver's issue tomorrow. I don't even get it. I don't get it, you guys. Oh, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say anything about that of something. But, yeah, the whole real life is just insane. Send me picture riding a beaver cut. How are y'all talking about somebody? Please don't say the name, but I think I know. Oh my gosh! So I see that Natasha's on TikTok, and I guess she's probably arguing. Let's see. Hold on. Let me put it on here real quick. Hold on. I know she's probably arguing with people. Oh shoot! Hold on. It's connected to my headphones. Hold on. She's doing her true crime. So let's take a listen. Hold on a second. Okay, let's hear her argue. Hold on.
I'm pretty fucking blunt, and when I'm aggravated, I say whatever I'm thinking. If you don't like it,
you can fuck you.
And living in the sea, you can't even spell living.
This is her true crime, you guys. When I do anything. This is her true crime. It's just arguing with people. Because Lord forbid she can have a discussion or...
If you pronounce that the way that it's spelled, it's livin'.
It's living. Oh, she's just hollering to the people that are in her live right now on TikTok. She's trying to do a Brian Kohberger thing, and all she's...
Is there anybody who has an actual intelligent question?
That'll just agree with me.
Some asinine statement to make.
All she does is always seem so irritated. You know, like, why does she even do true crime?
No, I do not think that the roommates were involved in the actual.
But that's your opinion. But if somebody goes, oh my gosh,
I think we'll ever know his motive? No. Do I think he will speak? No.
Why is she talking about it? Nothing's ever going to change.
They would have mentioned it.
That's what she says about every other case.
Not all the evidence, Mama Steph. No, the only thing that we'll have access to are the things that have
We have
been
an
sealed.
opinion coops, and they usually aren't target coverage. Exactly. But no, she don't want that.
Do I think we'll ever know what happened that night? No.
She just seems so annoying. She's crazy. I think she's more concerned about the killer being guilty than the vicious killer being off the street. Yeah. Being guilty.
I agree, Crystal.
Oh, she's...
It's Mimi. None of us understand why they tore the house down.
You know, what's crazy is that she was blaming the people in there. And now, I have the recording. Really?
Well, Bree, I do too.
Wasn't she recently saying he was innocent? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's always back and forth. Yes. Yeah. She was saying, oh no, you know, and they need to talk to the people in there. Yeah, this is the problem that I have with her.
Should be released. They typically are.
This is the thing that I have a problem with her, is that she acts like she speaks on facts and evidence, and don't you dare go in there with an opinion about anything different. And then now it's like, oh my gosh, you know, now that, you know, he's admitted, well, you know, now I got to change, you know, everything. Hold on. Let's see.
Will be unsealed at some point, but it'll be up to the judge to decide when that happens.
Her judge bashing self. Yes. And just because she takes a plea to not mean, she's just like all over. She's going to go back and forth, watch whatever. She knows everything. Be backpedaling for sure. Yeah.
Carve on their legs. He carved.
She has trouble.
What that means, it's not like he carved a name or something like that. It means it was deep wounds, like carved wounds in Ethan's legs.
You know, I will say, when she does true crime,
but I want y'all to think about this for just a minute.
That she seems always more irritated covering true crime than anything else. Like, I would think that's her passion. I mean, obviously we know it's not, but she always seems like not uncomfortable, like, for a better word, what I can think of at the moment. It's just like, I don't even know how to explain it. She just seems like it's not for her. It was no way did he have enough things that killing. I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was to put some of it up, yeah, most definitely she said that. So then she said, well, I got to go live because there's just so much, false things being put out there, as if like she knows every single thing about every single. I mean, it's just so. Imagine all the money she's gonna lose since she can't stream his. Oh, right. Yep. She would stream it probably the whole time, and just so she can talk to Sweet Cheeks. She's mad she can't stream the news again. That's true. I had like 6,000 people, but we couldn't even keep up. Couldn't keep up. And then talk about the haters. Haters were watching. Honestly, at that time, I don't even think I really watched anything. Well, I never really would watch any of that. Yeah, because you are me and I am you. Oh, yes. They used to think I was AJ, and AJ was, like we were the same person. I thought that was kind of odd. I was like, oh. She told me that one time. I was like, oh, I had no clue. So, hold on.
Is that physically possible?
Oh, here we go. Hold on. She's saying how's about the. Hold on. She was not even interested in talking about the case when something new came up. She said she would wait for the trial. Yes, she did. And then now she's like, well, hold on. I think that's. That she was going to wait. Hey, October Show. How you doing?
So ignorant.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
So ignorant.
So ignorant, you guys. Jeez. Lord forbid somebody just has a difference of opinion over.
If he wasn't guilty, he wouldn't take a plea. Well, here's another genius.
Oh, my gosh. Another genius, because I know everything about everything.
Thank you, Holly.
I can only take, people who agree with me. I will watch Credible. Yes, and people who have a degrees in exactly. River. I'm with you on that. Yep. She's just shaking her head and just.
You're ignorant.
Huh. Why does she like? I can't even think of another person who covers true crime like she does. Like, unprofessional. Unprofessional. Can't handle. Question out over the absolute injustice.
Well, and here's another little tidbit for you.
Yeah, come on.
So he's supposed to have committed these crimes, as far as Ethan and Xana, within 3 minutes, right? 3 minutes from the time the noises start to the time his vehicle
And the news came in.
Leaving the area.
Oh, exactly, October. I know. Yeah.
At a high rate of speed. Yet, as if that 3 minutes is not crazy enough, there's also a bloody butt print in a chair in Xana's bedroom.
Wait, so, I forgot she got a degree. I don't even know why I was questioning her.
That he had to
Gosh, that's not cool.
And walk leisurely by.
Let's listen to this.
Out the door with no blood anywhere.
Yes, her ego is crazy. I agree with that.
Get to his car and speed away in 3 minutes. He also decided he needed a rest.
We don't even know the exact timeline. We don't know what the state has, anything, but she knows everything. One day she will humble and we will all last. I totally agree with that. I do.
Belinda, I don't know what to think about what Ethan's parents said because I don't know what information they have that I don't. So the only thing I could do is make,
I know. Remember when?
Yes, Stacy. Mm-hmm. He sat down in that chair and made a bloody butt print, but there's no blood in his car.
Oh my gosh, she's just rolling her eyes. That's so crazy. Why can't she just answer respect? I don't get someone like this. And she wonders why like her channel doesn't really even like do anything. Like it's just like for her it just goes backwards because she can't even.
Exactly, Lyric.
I just need people who agree with me in here.
Yes, he's taking a plea deal. No, Laverne, he didn't do this himself.
How do you know?
I'm never going to believe that he did.
But that's her opinion about things. But if somebody else goes with the opinion, she just deals with facts and evidence. But then it's her passion. Remember? I don't want it.
She's doing okay.
Y'all remember when she was like, people were like, well, just focus on true crime. He's like, I don't want to do true crime. The family has more information than. Oh, no.
She's always over there.
No, we're right. You know, she knows everything. Make an assumption, speculation. Oh, I know. It's always okay for her to make all kinds of stuff.
I don't believe anything that the DoorDash driver says either because 2 years and 6 months later, she comes forward to get her ass out of a DUI and says she saw Brian parked beside her.
What? So now?
I don't believe anything she says. So who the hell knows who got it?
Wow. This is crazy. He cleaned the car. Yeah, I know, but.
Charged with withholding evidence. You really think that she saw that? Why didn't she tell it then? When she was interviewed twice. Just to get her ass out of a DUI, she spouts off that she saw him. Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Every question she's asking is possible, therefore it holds no weight in legal. Yeah, I know. But she's got her degree, which I don't know where she got it from.
Well, I think the most unreliable witness possible? Oh no. Dylan is the most unreliable witness possible.
You know what she always does too? She always like victim shames. And I understand that she always like.
Yes, Heather.
I mean, you just got her people say, I agree, Natasha. And then the other people who have some sense to question her. Anyway, Paisley. Oh, hey, how you doing, Paisley? She really has some nerve dragging anyone's luck. Just look at her. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, why can't she doesn't leave anybody alone and then be like, just leave me alone. So she's allowed to have an opinion about anything and everything.
For the love of God, I've said this 3 times. He took a plea deal. There will be no trial.
Okay. Keep in mind, on TikTok, you can't rewind, right? And so somebody's like, oh, is there going to be a trial? And she's like, so rude about it.
Yes, the judge could deny the appeal, but he won't.
Nobody can. She's so. Oh, this lady's crazy.
Hey, dude, could a close family relative of his?
I hope.
Well, here's the thing.
You know, hold on, let me call. So didn't she say, and correct me if I'm wrong, that she wasn't going to ever have Miss P back? And people in the chat, I really remember, I don't know if I think it was Miss P that they were talking about. And they were talking about how, please don't let her back in chat. And people are like, no, you say that, but then you'll let her. And she's like, oh, no, mark my words. I'm not. And then she has her back on. And Lord forbid if you hear Sweet Cheeks and Miss P talking at the same time. My gosh, that's like, I don't know. She said earlier, from what I told you get this, Brian took a plea deal just like she did. Wow, that's interesting. Wow. Or she's angry because he's guilty. Why? Who is he to her? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, when she does true crime, it's just to argue with people. In other words, you can't prove he did the crime. Just like, yeah, wow, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. She said it 100. Right? And I'm serious. And even in chat, people were like, please, like, people were like, please don't let her back in. And she's like, oh, no. And they're like, okay. And I really do think that her chat believed her. And, right, she's making a fool of herself with street chic stuff and won't live the humiliation. I know. But how does she, like, and a lot of times I'll hear, like, Hannah in the background, and she seems very agitated. Like something doesn't, I don't know. Miss Peace sent me to if I ever let her back. Right. Okay. I thought so because I couldn't remember if she said it for Miss P or say Robbie. Or I could have said it for both. But yes, and yeah, I know I got it somewhere, but there's just like so much like stuff. But excuse me. I thought she had said that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, she doesn't even keep her own word. She said that today about the plea deal, making it sound like she did not steal money but pled down. Oh my gosh. I'm so tired of hearing her lie about that stuff. I mean, such a lies. Just lies. Like, it's just, I thought that's what she said. Wow. Can you imagine how the chat feels? Like, oh, crap, again, with Miss P? Like, they're going to say that. Excuse me. That's it done. Oh, I know. She said something. What was she said? She said something that sounded like, oh, yeah, she said something like, okay, she was talking about Gypsy, and she was talking about Gypsy Rose, and she said something like, what about if people were, oh gosh, what exactly did she say? Well, she was comparing it about Morbid and I think Morbid and Hello Starlight or something like that. And she's like, yeah, what's any different from than Gypsy? I'm like, Gypsy was part of unaliving her mother. Like, are you joking? I mean, what in the hell's wrong with you? And that's why a lot of people keep saying, like, that she's on the payroll. Like, why is she so adamant about making sure, like, that is put out, that Gypsy is, like, be left alone? No one ever says she has smart shows. Yeah, that is true. Just her. That is true. Her ego is just insane to me. Like, oh, hold on. She's telling somebody to F off. Hold on.
I'm legitimately giving you information from a court document. If you're too ignorant to realize that, continue to stay ignorant, but I don't have to see you talking about it.
Wow.
And another dumbass that just said, you wouldn't plead guilty if you were innocent. Yeah, you're right. I'm crying out for attention.
Somebody said you're crying out for attention.
I get plenty of attention.
Oh.
But my live just got flagged. So I'm going to end this for now. But I will continue it tomorrow after the hearing. And we'll talk about this some more. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And I'll either see y'all over on YouTube or my other channel tonight for battles.
To take your money.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
I guess her live got flagged. Shocking. All she does is like yell at people. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't know what she got flagged for. She does not. Oh, I know. She doesn't do theories and conspiracies, all that stuff. Why do people watch her now? Oh, right. That's what I will always say. Like, you can't go there. You just pretty much have to shut your mouth and just agree with everything. Don't question nothing. Because, I've seen people like in her show be like, just, holster your fingers and listen to what she got to say. Like, I'm like, I've been in several chats where like I'm looking at the, the true crime live, and they're just, like chit-chatting and, asking questions and stuff, but not there. Imagine that another flag. I know, right? Like, and that's literally like, I'm sure, I don't know. That's crazy. She's such she really is rare, isn't she? I'm like, she's such a biatch. Like, my gosh, she's just not made. I mean, she should maybe just stick to the drama, honestly. Like, she plays that well. So just stick to that, like, and then she's gonna be like, oh, they went over there and flagged me, you guys, and I did nothing wrong. Oh, I need to remove all these things. Yeah. So I didn't report her because I'm over there just laughing about it because all she does is argue with people. So, there was people in there flagging her, or reporting her. But and she'll probably be like, Toxicity was in there with Arya Woke and River Rat, and I bet you they all flagged me. Well, it's gonna be something like that, even though I didn't do anything, but whatever. But anyways. Well, tomorrow will be a very interesting day with the Kohberger and the Diddy. I really, really want to know about the Kohberger. And I mean, it's very rare that I will say that the judge doesn't accept the plea. Like, very, very rare. So I have a feeling that it's going to be accepted. But change of plea, no media allowed. Oh, shoot. And let's see. And then, yeah, so those two. I don't know what time tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll be doing some work. I never left the chat. Oh, yeah, but it's okay. Right. We'll still get blamed. Don't worry about it. They were playing, and, they were over there flagging it. I know it was them. Them three. River Rat, you can fuck off. Wait, hold on. Do I have that? Hold up 1 second. What time's the Cobra? I don't know. That's what I was just looking to. I was scrolling to see. Hold on. I gotta play this. Oh, but not sure which time zone. Oh, okay. Oh, hold on. This is crazy. Hold on. Send it off like this. Oh, you could tell she was so mad. I was trying to find that little piece because I know it was right when she gives you the finger. Because she loves you. Like usual. I cannot find it. Even just scrolling through this, like, clips is so weird to me. Like, how childish it is. Yeah, I can't find it, but I thought that was so funny. Just in the garden, I'm like, oh. Just giving a shout out to my bestie out there. She's let me see. I'll start looking early. Oh yeah. She has got I'm sorry. She has got worse. Is there even? I know the nasty stuff that's used from her. I know, like I don't understand. She says that she's a changed person, and obviously we know that she isn't. And I think I found it. Hold on.
Watching. She's running back to tell everyone.
Hold on. This is so for anybody who didn't hear it.
But watch out, because River Rat's watching. She's running back to tell everything that's said. Hey, River Rat.
Speak slowly. I put earbuds in my ears. What is this?
He's like, what is this?
You show this to me?
He's over here asking if he got the finger.
Okay.
Why would I do that to you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she gave you. Yep, she gave you the. No, she was just. That's her way of saying hello. Yes, according to her, she's changed. She's put on everything. Yeah, she really is bad. She is really a unhappy person. There's no way that someone can go on daily and for so many hours saying the most nastiest, gross things, and then doesn't understand why people have an opinion about her behavior. I don't know. It's very odd. But yeah, she gave you the finger. Maybe it was her finger showing. Oh no, and she said something like, I guess Robbie had said something like, oh gosh, I don't even want to say it out loud. It was gross. Something about finger something. The darling woman to bring home to exactly right. Can you be like, hello, hey, what do you do that when she has a child bully? I know. And then her mom be in chat all the time. Yeah, hold on. So she's like,
I'll call you in a minute.
She's constantly looking like at her laptop because she's so bothered by what people were saying in Robbie's chat. So she's trying to pay attention to him, but at the same time also like got to look on her laptop, and then going to be like, oh yeah, I'm getting screenshots. Yeah, I'm not looking just at the chat, you guys. No, not at all. What? Oh yeah, that's the word. I'm not saying that. I can't. When I heard it, there's just some words I don't want to hear from her, and it's gross. Like I was like, ugh, like you feel violated, like just no. But I'm sure that oh my gosh, but the whole family is I was gonna touch on something about that eventually, but I wasn't even on to. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the craziest part to me. Oh yeah, when she was thinking like we're everywhere and stuff, I'm like, no, we're not. Like that's so weird. Like I didn't even know that her channel, like I don't even know who struck her or anything about last night. I don't know nothing about it, so I have no clue. So funny. Yep. Not everyone has multiple. Yeah, she was saying like going in alts and the in TikTok and all that. I don't even have that. Like it's so weird. I don't know. I think that she doesn't really comprehend that there's a lot of people who just don't like her. Like she can't wrap her head around that. Like I don't understand. Like I'm amazing. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm about to log off because my husband just came home and I'm going to have some dinner with him and just chill for the rest of the evening, you guys. And I guess we'll keep an eye out on the Kohberger and the Diddy. And we will chit chat when we get. Yeah, I guess she doesn't realize her haters coming. Oh, I know, but not to. That's how she sees it. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and log off, and I will catch you guys next time. Yes, very idiot. But thank you guys for chit chatting, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with me here. Here's just like